Hola, hello, it's Lachette from Scarlet Moon Creations, back again. This is day 2 of Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot. Once again, I will link the description and the prompts down below. Excuse me, tongue-tied, I got that backwards. I will link the prompts in the description down below. But basically, I'll be doing a video every day, or posting a video every day, not doing a video every day, from the prompts that Ethany, who created this challenge, put together. And you can find my Etsy shop where I offer tarot readings in the description down below as well. The Etsy shop is Scarlet Moon Creations. So let's get to it. What I'm doing right now actually is I'm just trying to retie the string of one of my tarot bags. So today's prompt is 5 tarot decks from 2017. So they're supposed to be either decks you purchased in 2017, so they're new to you, or decks that were released or created for the first time in 2017. I don't have either. And I'll repeat this in tomorrow's prompt as well, but I didn't buy any new decks in 2017. But I didn't really use tarot decks very often before 2016. Well, that's not true. I didn't use more than one tarot deck very often, and because I prefer oracle decks, but that's a personal preference. I learned cartomancy, which is divination with cards, on tarot. So I know how to use tarot decks. I just have a preference for oracle decks. Anyway, what I'm going to do is, first, I'm going to show you the 4 decks that I used a lot in 2017. If you follow me on Instagram, again, link in the description down below, you will know that I did a lot of readings publicly on Instagram, and these are the decks I used the most. So honestly, I'll start with my most used tarot deck ever, my favorite card divination deck of all time. It's very well used. This is the Deviant Moon Tarot. You can tell the box, I don't even bother with it anymore, because that's how used it is. I used to carry this around with me everywhere. But yeah, this is the Deviant Moon Tarot by Patrick Valenza. And if I can get it to focus properly without glare. Here we are. Deviant Moon Tarot by Patrick Valenza. I love this deck. This is probably the deck I am most comfortable with. That's the description card. That's the book. And if you know anything about this deck, you will know that the current version of the deck is actually borderless, and every couple of months since that borderless one came out, I just go back and think, oh, maybe I should get a borderless one, or no, maybe I should just cut my deck down, cut the borders off. I love this particular card, the Nine of Pentacles. But I haven't. I just use it as is. Mine is an older version, and I fell in love with this deck as soon as I saw it. Actually, a friend of mine bought it for his girlfriend, and I saw it, I was like, oh my god, I must have it, and then I bought it. So yeah, that is one of the few decks of any kind that I just fell in love on sight, and I have not looked back since. This is a well-loved, well-used deck. It's got all my Lachette energy up in it. So, again, not bought in 2017. It definitely did not come out in 2017, but it was one of the most used decks in 2017. So that's why it's on my list. Next, I'm trying to go in order of popularity. Next is this, the Llewellyn tarot deck. Here's the book so you can get an idea. It's by Llewellyn instead of the U.S. Game Systems. And I got it because of my interest in Celtic mythology and particularly Welsh mythology. And I love it. I love it so much. I love the artwork. I love it's watercolor. It's the Two of Cups there. And it's a good deck. I use this usually in my elemental spread, my elemental year ahead drawings for the element of water, and it works beautifully. If you watched day 1 of my 31 days of tarot, you would have seen me use this deck. And the Deviant Moon deck, this is the bag I use for it. The Deviant Moon deck I use for the element of fire. So those are those two. Next, Aleister Crowley's top tarot deck. This is not an unknown deck. I've had this deck for a while. Again, didn't buy it in 2017, but I never used it. Previous times, I've opened up this deck and pulled it out and gone, huh? But it was a mission I had this year to be like, do the thing, Lachette, do the thing. Pull it out, use it, try to get some understanding. And I did, and it's not as confusing. I should be honest and let you know that I do not, I don't have the companion book, so I literally just have what's in that box. And the little booklet just makes it more confusing. However, I have a pretty good knowledge of the Golden Dawn, and astrology and other symbolism like Kabbalah and that kind of thing. I'm by no means an expert, but it's helpful to have that background in those areas. Now, early on when I became a witch, I wanted to know about, the things that are popular and the history and just how modern witchcraft was created and where it draws from. So that knowledge is helpful when using this deck. Feeling closer with it. It's very much an intellectual deck, I feel. So I use it for, in my elemental year ahead spread, I use it for the element of air. Last but not least, well, technically, yeah, it's least. No. The Radiant rider-waite tarot. Now, rider-waite tarot is like the basic deck that everyone gets, but I actually kind of think it's ugly. I don't like the artwork. And I picked this one up because when I was learning tarot, I learned from this deck because most people do. And I was taught from this deck. And it's just, I got this because it was better, I thought. The colors are more vibrant, more modern. To me, the other deck kind of looks dirty, and I just can't, and I don't force myself to. I'm not really a fan of the symbolism used in the rider-waite deck. Should be the rider-waite Coleman deck, actually. Just to give some acknowledgement to the artist. It was very good, by the way. It's not my favorite. But I did work with this deck. And actually, if you follow me on Instagram, again, the link in the description, I worked with this deck last month, most recently. So, these are the 4 tarot decks I worked with. I actually only own 5 tarot decks. I don't know if I'll own more. I may. I try not to be... I don't want to say greedy, because that's not the word I mean, but materialistic about the tarot decks. I want to work with them because they work for me. And just constantly buying up decks is not really... I mean, there's some gorgeous decks out there. If I wanted to decorate my home with decks, then that would be great, but I don't want to have like tons lying around. I had a couple more. I actually have one more, and I just don't use it very often. But I had, I think, 2 or 3 more, and I sold them because I wasn't using them. I didn't really like the artwork, or I didn't really like working with them. They didn't do much for me. So I was like, why keep them around? Give them to others. So that's what I did. Anyway, these are the 4 tarot decks I worked with in 2007. I did not buy these in 2017. Sorry, 2017, not 2007. I didn't buy them last year. They didn't come out last year. They were just what I worked with last year. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in day 3 of Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot. Good night. Bye-bye.